All right, this is Ubaid on behalf of electronics, and in this video, we'll be talking about a concept called quantitative easing. Okay, so let me write this down over here. This is quantitative easing. Okay, now we all know the effects of monetary policies when it comes to increasing the supply of money in the reserves and lowering down interest rates. Okay, however, if the interest rates go down to an extent where the Central Reserve Bank can no longer lower them down, despite the recession, despite the need to get the economy out of a recession, okay, they will use this process over here, which is called quantitative easing. And this process basically refers to buying of treasury bonds rather than short-term treasury bills, okay, to have a long-term effect. Okay, so this has to do with a process that lowers down interest rates, lowers interest rates, lowers down interest rates over a long period of time. All right, and again, this is to get the economy out of recession, our GDP, to make sure the GDP is potential GDP, make sure GDP is moving towards potential GDP, and you have economic growth as spending and capital expenditure goes up. Okay, and one strategy for quantitative easing when it comes to quantitative easing has to do with buying of treasury bonds, long-term treasury bonds rather than short-term treasury bonds. So you have long-term treasury bonds. And apart from these long-term treasury bonds, you also have your mortgage-backed securities. Okay, so mortgage-backed securities. And both of these strategies were used to some extent back in 2008 during the recession, when the central bank decided to lower down the interest rate over a long period of time to improve the economy, to create some kind of economic growth. Okay, and when it comes to your mortgage-backed securities, okay, the central bank would buy these securities from what we know as aggregates. Okay, so central bank. And this has to do with the secondary market rather than the primary market. We've talked about the primary and the secondary market in the past. So this is central bank buys securities from your aggregates in the secondary market. And that would be your National Mortgage Association within the country, for example, okay, or any other organization indirectly backed up by the government. Okay, so aggregates. And These aggregates will eventually, we know, they will eventually sell some of these mortgage-backed securities, okay, to institutions such as your insurance firms, your institutions and banks that sell mutual funds, pension funds, so on and so forth. Okay, that deal with pension funds. Okay, so you have aggregates, and eventually what they do, they lower down the interest rates over a long period of time. So lower down interest rates, interest rates over a long period of time. This is over a long period of time. All right, so that would be it when it comes to this video and the process of quantitative easing. On behalf of B Electronics, this is Obey. Have yourself a great